how to get your first deal in 90 days. All right, you've learned the model. You know what properties to look for. You know how to talk to landlords. Now it's time to actually do this. And I'm going to show you exactly how to get your first cash flow deal in the next 90 days. Step by step, phase by phase. This isn't theory. This is a roadmap. And if you follow it with consistency and focus, you will get your first deal. Let's break it down. Here's how we're going to structure this. Days 1 to 30, foundation. Days 31 to 60, deal sourcing. Days 61 to 90, execution. 3 phases, 90 days. One goal, your first cash flow positive property. Let's go through each phase. This is where most people want to skip ahead. Don't. The first 30 days are about building your foundation, so when you do find a deal, you're ready to move fast and with confidence. Here's what you're doing. Week 1. Learn the model inside and out. You need to deeply understand how rent-to-rent works. Watch training, read case studies, study examples. Get clear on the numbers, the process, the risks. You can't execute what you don't understand. Week 2. Choose your strategy. Rent-to-rent isn't one size fits all. You've got options. Co-living/HMO, renting by the room to long-term tenants. Serviced accommodation/Airbnb, short-term furnished rentals. Dual key setups, splitting properties into multiple units. Mini hotels, multiple rooms, hotel-style operation. Each has different cash flow potential, different management requirements, different risk profiles. Pick one to start. Don't try to do everything at once. For most beginners, co-living is the simplest and most stable starting point. Week 3. Run feasibilities. This is where you get your hands dirty with numbers. Jump on rental sites. Find properties in your target area. Calculate, what would the rent cost you? What could you charge per room? What are your setup costs? What's your monthly net profit? Do this 10, 20, 30 times. Build a spreadsheet. Get comfortable with the math. This is the skill that separates people who actually do deals from people who just talk about them. Week 4. Build your scripts and check compliance. Write out what you're going to say to agents and landlords. Practice it. Make it sound natural. And do your basic compliance homework. What are the zoning rules in your target areas? Do you need permits or approvals? What insurance do you need? You don't need to be an expert, but you need to know enough to not walk into legal trouble. By day 30, you should be ready. You've got clarity, you've got confidence, you've got a plan. Now it's time to find deals. This is where the rubber meets the road. You're going to spend the next 30 days actively hunting for properties and making offers. Here's your game plan. Week 5 to 6. Contact agents and landlords. Start reaching out. Every single day. Set a goal. Contact 5 agents or landlords per day. That's 70 conversations over 2 weeks. Use the scripts you built. Be professional. Be confident. Ask if they've got properties that have been on the market for a while. Most will say no. Some will be curious. A few will want to talk more. That's the game. Volume leads to conversations. Conversations lead to deals. Week 7. Book viewings and run numbers. When agents show interest, book viewings. Go see the properties. Walk through them. Take photos. Imagine how you'd set them up. Then immediately run your numbers. Does the deal work? Is there margin? Can you make $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month? If yes, move forward. If no, thank them and move on. Week 8. Present offers and negotiate. When you find a property that works, make your offer. Present it professionally. Explain the value to the landlord. Offer a longer lease. Offer guaranteed rent. Show them you're serious, you're insured, and you're professional. Some will say yes immediately. Some will negotiate. Some will say no. Keep going. By day 60, you should have at least one offer accepted or very close to being accepted. If you've contacted 5 agents a day for 30 days, you've had 150 conversations. The odds are absolutely in your favour. You've got a property. Now it's time to make it cash flow. Week 9. Secure the lease and set up the property. Get the lease signed. Get your insurance sorted. Transfer utilities into your name. Then start setting up. Order furniture. Keep it simple, functional, clean. Make any minor cosmetic improvements. Take great photos for your listings. Set up house rules and tenant agreements. You don't need perfection. You need good enough to attract quality tenants. Week 10. List your rooms and start marketing. Get your rooms live on flatmates.com.au, Facebook groups, or Airbnb if you're doing short term. Write compelling listings. Highlight the benefits. Clean, safe, well managed, great location. Price competitively. You want to fill rooms fast in the beginning. You can adjust pricing later once you've got momentum. Week 11 to 12. Onboard tenants and hit cash flow. Start showing rooms. Screen applicants. Choose quality tenants who fit the vibe you're creating. Get them moved in. Collect rent. Set up your systems for maintenance, communication, and payments. And then you're cash flowing. You've gone from zero to a passive income stream in 90 days. Now, let me be real with you. This isn't magic. It's not overnight. And it definitely requires effort. You're going to have weeks where no one responds. You're going to see properties that don't work. You're going to feel like giving up. That's normal. That's part of the process. But here's what's also true. This model is fast when executed properly. Compared to saving for years to buy a property, waiting decades for capital growth, or staying stuck in a job that doesn't pay you what you're worth, 90 days is nothing. 3 months from now, you could have a $2,000, $3,000, even $4,000 a month income stream that you built yourself. Just for reference, our average turnaround time is 2 to 3 weeks from zero to cash flow. That means you can get this whole business live and making money in a matter of weeks. No boss, no bank approval, no waiting. Just you, taking action, following a plan, and making it happen. Let me remind you why this matters. You're not just doing this for a bit of extra cash. You're doing this because you're tired of wage pressure and cost of living stress. You're done with slow, negatively geared investing that takes decades to pay off. You want time freedom, not just money. You want to take control instead of waiting for permission. This is your path out of feeling stuck. And here's the beautiful part. Once you've done one deal, the second one is easier. The third one is easier still. You start to see patterns. You get faster, you get better. And eventually, you're not just running one property, you're running a portfolio. You're generating serious income. And you're using that cash flow to buy assets, build wealth, and design the life you actually want. But it all starts with deal number 1. And that deal is 90 days away if you commit to this roadmap. So here's my challenge to you. Take the next 90 days seriously. Follow our roadmap, do the work, stay consistent, and watch what happens. Now, if you want help along the way, if you want someone to walk you through finding your first deal, running the numbers, structuring the offer, or just giving you clarity on your next step, I've got a link below where you can book a call with me or my team. No pressure, no hard sell, just a conversation to see if we can help you move faster and avoid the mistakes most beginners make. But whether you work with us or not, I want you to go for it. Because this works. The model is proven, the opportunity is real, and 90 days from now, you could be sitting on your first cash flow deal wondering why you didn't start sooner. Let's make it happen.